Raider Nation, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates.
Overnight, a stunning fall from grace broadcast to millions of primetime football fans. NFL coach and former Monday Night Football analyst Jon Gruden announcing his exit as head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders after emails uncovered as part of a separate investigation revealed a torrent of sexist, racist, anti-gay language aimed at a slew of targets ranging from players to league officials. In a statement to the team, Gruden saying in part, "I love the Raiders and do not wish to be a distraction. I'm sorry, I never meant to hurt anyone." The emails, confirmed by the NFL but not seen by NBC News, were initially discovered during an NFL workplace misconduct investigation into the Washington football team while Gruden was an analyst for ESPN.
Bullshit! What's up, Raider Nation? This is Marcus Witherspoon here, your host of Return to Excellence Sportscast Live. And as we already know, it has been a week that has passed since Jon Gruden's firing/resignation, and I term it this way because he was fired, but Mark Davis allowed Jon to, quote-unquote, resign to the public. In what has been a shocking turn of events for Raiders seasons and fans alike, I wanted to do this video as I've had debates/conversations with multiple alums of the nation. I've found that some fans are happy and some fans are livid Jon lost his job over the comments and thinks the NFL screwed Jon as a way to hurt the Raiders, etc. As well as pointing out several players like Antonio Brown, Deshaun Watson, who are still playing or still collecting a paycheck despite legal troubles. So with that being said, I just wanted to give my opinion on the matter in a top three like format starting from 3, 2, 1. So let's dive in. Number 3, Jon Gruden scapegoated. There is no doubt that I agree with a lot of Raider fans that Jon Gruden has been scapegoated by the NFL. There is no way that you collect over 650,000 emails and the only set of emails that you collect is the emails pertaining to Jon Gruden to former Raiders executive and at the time Washington football team executive Bruce Allen. There's just no way that you have all those emails, and out of all those emails, that's the only derogatory email that you found. And if that is, why won't you open up the rest of the emails and be transparent and show the fans, what else is in there? Who else is possibly making comments the way Jon is, etc., etc. It is really not fair that Jon Gruden emails and whatever he said to Bruce Allen, no matter how wrong they were, was the only emails that was released. And it does kind of make it look like that the NFL's long-standing grudge against the Raiders is still intact. It has been a long storied history of the NFL hating the Raiders back to when Al Davis, God rest his soul, sued the NFL and won against the NFL. As there was actually a documentary that came out as recently as last year, Al versus the NFL, displaying the old case, etc., and why the NFL has reasons to hate us to this day. To this day, the NFL has hated the Raiders. There's no doubt about that, from officiating to the higher ups. So, with 650,000 emails, you mean to tell me Jon Gruden's and Bruce Allen's conversations is the only ones you have to show? There's no doubt that there is something fishy about that. No doubt. I agree with Raider fans and NFL fans alike that say that he was scapegoated. But now I'm going to move on to number 2. Why it does matter that he was scapegoated and why it doesn't matter he was scapegoated. Well, obviously why it does matter is because, like I said, be fair and be transparent. Don't just release one conversation, release them all. You have 650,000 emails. There's a lot, obviously, that was being said, especially given the fact that the Washington football team was the ones under investigation in the first place for sexist, inappropriate, racist, like work environment that has spanned on for years and years and years. And that's what I want to be transparent with Raider fans who are watching this video about. For those who say, "Oh, it was 10 years ago," you're firing him over something he said 10 years ago. Well, the reason why is because this investigation is spanning from workplace allegations against the Redskins from multiple employees well over a 10-year span. That's why all these emails from that long ago is being collected. With that being said, that's why I say, it is right to be transparent and release all the emails because it's only fair. It is only fair. If you're gonna out one, out them all. But then again, I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't matter. Jon was scapegoated because one way or another, guys, he said what he said, and he didn't apologize for it, etc. He get, if you call what he said an apology, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's an unapologetic apology. That's what we call unapologetic apology. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry just to save face. That doesn't mean I'm really sorry. And why it doesn't matter is because, okay, let's say the NFL does release the rest of the emails, and we found out that other coaches or executives made derogatory remarks, etc., etc. The point is, Jon still said what he said. He still sent those emails to Bruce Allen, displaying how he felt about women shouldn't be allowed to referee, which is discrimination. About Jeff Fisher shouldn't have been forced by the NFL to draft Michael Sam, who is a homosexual player. Now, some could be 50-50 about that and agree and disagree. I'm kind of 50-50 about it myself because I don't feel like somebody should be forced to do anything they don't want to do. However, I do feel like the fact that there is homosexual or bisexual players in the league that we still don't even know about because they feel like their humility and humanity will be put to the test or be criticized. I do feel like that this league needs to do a better job at ensuring that no matter the race, sexuality, whatever, can play in this league. As long as it's not, I'm like some, you know, I want to say, how can I even say transgender, etc. Because that can be a very dangerous situation as we see in combat sports. But with that being said, why it doesn't matter, guys, is because he said what he said. And number one, let's hold everybody accountable no matter the race. And why I pull up the race and people are going to say, oh, God, Marcus, you're race baiting. No, not necessarily. I'm going by what I see in a lot of these Raider groups and a lot of, the fans posting pictures of like Deshaun Watson. Oh, he's making $30 million a year sitting on the bench. Wow, he's got 21 sexual assault allegations, or Antonio Brown said a racist remark, this and that, etc. Okay, but this is my thing, guys, is you guys aren't sitting there saying that they should keep their jobs. You guys are sitting there saying that they should be banned from the league themselves. And my argument is, okay, let's be fair here. If you're going to ban these guys for their indiscretions, then Jon, as well, you can't say Jon should keep his job. You can't, especially when we have so much diversity in the NFL as it is. You can't sit there and say a man who openly discriminated against women, openly discriminated against homosexuals, should be able to keep his job as a coach who's supposed to be a leader of men and ensure his players that it is a comfortable and safe work environment, no matter the sexuality, the race, etc. That's what you are supposed to do as a coach and be a leader of men, not just coach the game, but ensure that this work culture and this work environment, because at the end of the day, it's not just a sport, it is a job, and they all do get paid. You are supposed to ensure for the players that this is a comfortable, non-drama And most importantly, a transparent work environment. I don't want to work for a coach who's going to tell me, hey, man, I love you. You know what I mean? I love you, man. You're like a brother, this and this and that. And then behind my back in a separate email saying, oh, man, I can't stand that nigger with them big old monkey lips or rubber lips or Michelin tire lips. Why would I respond to a coach like that? How could I trust anything he's telling me? How can I trust that he's being real when he says, I believe in you? I believe you can be great. When behind my back, he's kicking my back out. And why I bring up these, like I said, why I bring up players like Deshaun Watson and Antonio Brown is because it seems to me a lot of you fans, and I'm calling you out for what it is. You know, be mad at me. If you want to be mad, be mad. But you want to point out the black players' indiscretions. What about Ben Roethlisberger? You never make pictures or posts or memes about him. What about Tom Cable, who is still our offensive line coach and has never been short of getting jobs, even though he physically assaulted his wife and multiple other people, or at least was accused of it? Y'all never bring that up. Chad Wheeler, you never bring those guys up, but you're quick to point the finger at the black players who get in trouble. You can say I'm race baiting all I want. I'm just going by what you guys show me. Every post that I've seen where it's been defensive Gruden, y'all making posts about Deshaun Watson with memes and Antonio Brown said a racist remark and he's still playing. This is the difference. You guys said yourselves they should not be in the league. So if they should not be in the league, why should John over his racist and derogatory remarks? If Antonio Brown, if you guys believe that he should have been kicked out of the league, not just for his sexual assault allegations, you guys said he should have been kicked off the team, which he did, and out of the league for his racist remark against Mayock. A lot of Raider fans said, and a lot of NFL fans said y'all should just get him out the league. But then John says racial troll, discriminates against women, homosexuals, etc. And y'all sitting here saying he should keep his job. And then want to turn around and talk about hypocrisy and cancel culture in the same sentence when it don't truly make sense. What John did was cancel culture. Saying women shouldn't be referees. Who are we to judge what women want to be? If a woman wants to be a referee, let her be a referee. Who are you to judge? That's like saying, oh, John, because you're a man, or any guy. Oh, because you're a man, you shouldn't be a head coach. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. Now, with that being said, it is worth to note that obviously this past Sunday the Raiders took care of business, defeating the Denver Broncos 34-24, in which was a much needed win. And it was nice to see the guys with Derek Carr said it made this ordeal made them closer. And it's also worth to note that they not just focused on the game, they had these conversations during the week about, race and about how each other feels. And I think that is a very important step, especially for us to move forward and to continue to grow as a team and to be successful. Let's not stop deflecting the fact that there are racial issues. Let's stop deflecting the fact that some people don't like the fact there are homosexuals. Let's stop deflecting these conversations and have an open conversation about it. I love what the Raiders did this past week. And not only top of that, it's worth to note Skip Bayless said this morning on Skip and Shannon Undisputed that the Raiders looked relieved, like they played relieved. And there is no doubt, if you guys watched that game on Sunday, this was the most complete game top to bottom we played. Top to bottom. And most of the Raider fans that were happy John is gone were because they didn't like him anyway as a coach. Me personally, I was heartbroken when I heard this because I liked Jon Gruden as a coach. I did. I banged the damn desk for him to come back to the Raiders when I heard that he was coming back into coaching. I was a big fan of Jon Gruden. Basically, I mean, when I was old enough to really understand football, that was the Jon Gruden era, the first stint. So with that being said, you know, as a coach, I really like Jon Gruden because to me, he just his personality with the Chucky snarl and you know the cussing out the referees, the Macho Man type. You know what I mean? That was Raider to me. That was Raider to me, and it literally broke my heart hearing these things. You know what I mean? Because me, I'm not that type of person who wants to judge somebody based on their sexuality or their race. I'm half black, Hispanic, and Caucasian. You know what I mean? So, and I've been discriminated against. So I know that feeling. You know what I mean? People could sit there and say words, actions speak louder than words. Well, let's be honest. Words are actions. You're moving your mouth, aren't you? That's an action. Moving your mouth, running your mouth is an action. And just because you are insensitive to how just because you are insensitive to other people's sensitivities doesn't make it right. Just because you have different sensitivities than other people doesn't mean you should sit there and say, oh, grab your balls and or you know oh, what happened to sticks and stones break my boat? Oh, y'all are so soft and crybabies, this and this and this and that. That to me is stupid. Everybody has their sensitivities. You can try to act tough all you want, but everybody is human and everybody has their sensitivities. It's just a matter of what makes you feel sensitive. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. If you like this video, hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about my opinion, whether you agree with me or not. If you agree with me, you know what I mean? Let me know what your opinion is about my comments on this situation. Even if you don't agree with me, like I said, I want to know your opinion as well. That's what having different points of views, that's the love of it. That's the love of having different points of views so we can learn from each other. But I'm going to wrap this up here, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay Raider.